2025 Royal Rumble is literally days away. God's favorite host, the Flex Zone podcast. You know we're going to be here. It's the Flex Zone. It's the Royal Rumble. We go together like peanut butter and jelly. Let's get back to it. Another preview coming your way as we take a look today at the Women's Royal Rumble. 30 women enter the Royal Rumble match with one winner. The only way to eliminate your opponent is over the top rope. Both feet must hit the ground. The winner gets the opportunity of a lifetime, heads on to WrestleMania in Las Vegas, and will have a shot at a women's champion of their choosing in a main event caliber match. Gotta put the oh, we got the balloons up. Oh, we got the balloons. Okay, I didn't know I could do that. We got the balloons up, but yes, main event, quote unquote. So we'll see what happens there with that. But it's time to look at the Women's Royal Rumble match. Make sure you guys, if you haven't already, super kick that subscribe button. Go ahead, tombstone that thumbs up, and go ahead and backdrop that bell. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the Women's Royal Rumble. Who wins? Who's your final four? Who goes on to WrestleMania? What's the WrestleMania match? Anything in the comment section. Emoji. If you're going to the show, let us know what you're looking forward to. Anything helps us out, and we appreciate you being here. The Women's Royal Rumble match. We know the stipulation. We know some of the parts. And what I want to do with these previews, especially with the Rumble matches, I put a lot of thought on what I do, and I hope you guys see that. I have come up based on the list that we have with the women. We already have 10 names announced that I have. I came up with the other 20. So we have 30. I'm going to see how many of the 30 I can correctly name come Saturday. I have a list, including, like I said, we have some names mentioned, and I'll go through that in a second. But how about that? This is potentially going to be the most stacked Women's Royal Rumble of all time and the most stacked Men's Royal Rumble of all time. We got close to 70,000 people at Lucas Oil Stadium for Royal Rumble. It's going to break every gate imaginable. It's going to make so much money. They're going to brag about it from now until next Royal Rumble in Saudi, which will be fun. Can't wait to talk about that next year. But before we get there, let's get to the Women's Rumble. So far, we know we have Nia Jax, Bayley, the returning Android, Charlotte Flair. Yes, she is returning to the Royal Rumble match. Hey, that's what y'all saying. Not me. But Charlotte is returning. We got a vignette. She's got a new face and everything, new hardware, new software updated. She will be in the Rumble. So instead of them, I guess, giving you surprise after surprise after surprise, Charlotte is a big time name that creates big time buzz and is a legitimate threat to win the whole thing. And I think she will be in my final four. So we got Naomi, Bianca Belair, who are the women's tag team champions. You can kind of predict who may return. Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Lyra Valkyria, Ivy Now, Io Sky, and like I said, we have 20 names. So let's quickly go down some of those names. I just thought about something here. We got Charlotte in this match. We're going to get some returns. We're going to get some debuts, I think. We're going to get some NXT appearances. And we're also going to get, I think, some surprises that we're not expecting maybe. Or maybe we're expecting, but we didn't know if it would come to fruition. But looking at that Charlotte one, another return we're going to get is, of course, Becky Lynch. So that's one. Another I think we're going to get is Alexa Bliss. I know I've heard the rumors about the contract dispute. I think those things can be worked out pretty quickly, pretty expeditiously, especially when money talks. If money talks and BS walks, all they got to do is throw a couple of dollars, get it right logistically with Alexa. She's a WWE lifer. She just had a kid. She wants a schedule that works for her and a pay that she deserves. And she's probably going to get that, and I think she will be in a Rumble. And I think she will be, I don't know which show she goes on. Does she get involved with the Live Six? Does she do her own thing as the goddess? We shall see. But I got Becky Lynch. I have Alexa Bliss. I have a returning Empress of Tomorrow, the dancing woman. Asuka will also return in a Rumble. So those are three big returns along with Charlotte. So moving on down, Jordynne Grace. I know she put out that she's going to be at her mom's 50th birthday party. Take it with a grain of salt. I think we'll see Jordynne Grace in Indianapolis. She will also be in my final four. So I Charlotte, Jordan Grace, Becky Lynch. Those are three of my final four right there. And my fourth one is Io Sky. But going into the returns, we got Becky, we got Alexa, got a return. I have Jordan Grace. I have a returning WWE Hall of Famer, Trish Stratus. We've heard rumblings about that. I got Trish Stratus coming back. Nikki Bella. We heard about her. I'm going with Nikki Bella to return. NXT Women's Champion Julia. She'll be in it. Roxanne Perez, former NXT champion, I think on her way to the main roster after, hopefully, probably maybe after WrestleMania season. We get Roxanne Perez. I think we get Zelina Vega, newly moved to SmackDown. Meechin, Chelsea Green, BFAT, Niven. I think a returning, not debuting, but a nostalgic AJ Lee finally returns to the Rumble. Her husband seems like he may be teasing it a little bit. Maybe she comes out at number 30. That's just my bold prediction. I think Mandy Rose returns. Maybe it's a one-off. I don't know, but she was teasing on her podcast that Tiffany Stratton said some things about her. Mandy Rose on SmackDown? That would be nice. I'm also going to put... See, this is where it gets tricky the last four spots because I have tag team wrestlers, but I can see Stephanie Vacour being one of them. I can see Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. And I guess my last spot, I don't know. Maybe it's going to be... I don't know who to... Is it going to be another legend? Maybe Lita, Michelle McCool, Victoria, maybe something like that. Candice Michelle, Tori Wilson, somebody like that. But those are my women. I have 30 women. Let's see how many of those I get in there out of the 30. Like I said, we have 10 announced. I got some big returns. I got Bianca. Excuse me. They're saying Bianca is rumored to win it to face Rhea, but I think they can hold off to that for another year. But Jay comes back. Trish Stratus. I got, of course, Becky, Alexa, Asuka, Jordan Grace. Those are 6 names right there. Of course, with Charlotte. Like I said, my final 4, Charlotte, Io, Jordan Grace, and Becky Lynch. I think ultimately what we're looking at here, we've seen the teases over the last few months kind of heading into the Saturday Night's Main Event match when she faced Liv Morgan. Io Sky, she's been getting pushed. The crowd is behind her. She is doing fantastic work. And I am very, very happy to see her rise. And I think she is somebody who deserves a WrestleMania big time match. She got one last year. I think Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, while it may not be the biggest match they can do, it is a match that we have not really seen. They can hopefully tell a proper story. Because let's be real, Rhea Ripley was going to walk into the WrestleMania as women's champion if she didn't get hurt by Liv Morgan. Maybe she could have lost it this year because she would have had the title, but she just won it back. She's not losing it at least until SummerSlam, in my humble opinion. And I think that's where we'll get Rhea Ripley and Jordan Grace. That's where I'm predicting. If you watch my 2024 or 2025 bold predictions for WWE, I said Rhea Ripley, Jordan Grace at MetLife on one of the nights. Remember, 2 nights of SummerSlam this year. But that's long-term booking down the line. We're 7-8 months from now. I'm going with Io Sky, Charlotte, Becky, and Jordan Grace. So what's that? Probably, I don't know where Jordan Grace is going to be, but Becky on Raw, Charlotte on SmackDown, Io on Raw. I think Io Sky deserves the Women's Royal Rumble. She was the champion last year, got her belt taken. She lost this year, the challenger. I think she doesn't beat Rhea, but they can put on a banger match. Hopefully they can tell a subsequent story to go along with the banger match we're going to get. And I think Rhea Ripley will walk out of WrestleMania as the world champion, but I think this will eventually tell the story of maybe giving Io the Intercontinental Championship. She's a workhorse. She could do great with that title. I think at WrestleMania we're going to get Lyra and Becky, but if Becky wins, or even if Lyra wins, Io will be a great candidate to dethrone whoever walks out of WrestleMania as Intercontinental Champion, even if she does end up losing to Rhea, which I think will happen. But those are my predictions so far for the Rumble. Let me know. I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you guys think about the Women's Royal Rumble. A lot of information, a lot of rumor, innuendo, and just talk on the internet about who's going to be there, who's not, who could be returning. Like I said, I got some names. I mentioned them. Hopefully you guys agree. I want to hear from you in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the Women's Rumble. Who do you have winning? And who do you have potentially going on to main event WrestleMania? Like I mentioned, I do have Asuka return, Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch return, Jordan Grace making her return to WWE and being officially hopefully ingratiated in the main roster. We know she's had the contract. Becky Trish Stratus, Nikki Bella, Jade Cargill, I'm going with Io, Charlotte, Becky, Jordan Grace is my final four. Io Sky eliminates Charlotte Flair to win the Royal Rumble. Charlotte Flair moves on to Tiffany Stratton. She wins the Elimination Chamber. And we're off and running. Rhea Io, Tiffany Charlotte at WrestleMania. Two big top women's matches that I'm cool with. And I think Rhea wins. And I hope Charlotte doesn't beat Tiffany, but she could. But we'll get there. We'll take it slow. But sound off down below. Super kick that subscribe button. Go ahead and tombstone that thumbs up. Backdrop that bell. Let me know how you're feeling. Women's Royal Rumble. Who you got returning? Any surprises? Who are your final four participants? Who's the runner-up? What is the WrestleMania match for the women? Want to hear from you. 30 women enter. 1 will remain victorious. We shall see what happens. I think we get some storylines told with Ivy Nile and Lyra. We get Chelsea Green maybe in there telling the story. I think she'll be in there with Piper. Maybe we get, like I said, Becky telling what she's going to do at WrestleMania, probably against Lyra. What does Jordan Grace do at WrestleMania if she's debuting? A lot of questions. Jade Cargill, does she confront Bianca and Jade? Do we get that storyline sped up and maybe more attention on that? It's got to see. And I'm excited to see the storylines that play out. Probably the most stacked women's rumble of all time. I got Io Sky winning it. Well deserved. The genius of the sky. Let me know your thoughts. Sound off below. Want to hear from you. We'll be live on Saturday, 6 p.m., 5 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Pacific. The Royal Rumble with the Flex Zone podcast. What better duo? Come join us. Pull up a chair. Hey, you want to be part of the stream? You can as well. God's favorite host. Hit the like button. Hit the bell. Subscribe. We out of here, y'all. Women's Rumble. It's time for Io Sky to get her moment. Let's send the crowd home happy in Indy. I'm sure 60,000 plus people would love it, and she deserves it. She's one of the best professional wrestlers in the world, men or women. We're signing off, guys. Peace. We'll see you Saturday. More previews on the channel. It's well thought out for you. Who else is giving you all 30 people in the Rumble? Me. That's what I do for you right here on the Flex Zone. I'm out of here. Peace.